Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets, checking out another beer that I got from Beer Jump. So Beer Jump is a great Belgian web shop. They've been sponsoring it for quite a long time. Awesome dudes. They just went on a big US trip, traveling around visiting some breweries. So maybe we can expect some cool new stuff. You don't know if they made some contacts over there. But check them out, guys. Link for their web shop is down below. They have loads of great stuff. So on their shop, I got this beer, which is Swedish. And it's from OO. OO Brewing. So Olle and Olof from OO, they're great guys. They're very talented people and they make some great beer. Some of the coolest beer going on in Gothenburg in my mind. And I realized I never reviewed much other than their IPAs. Some of their barley, I reviewed long boiled barley wine and whatnot, but I thought this would be fun to check out because this is their Baltic Porter. So this is the, OO Baltic Porter. So this is a batch that's brewed at Stigbergets. So I think this is actually about a year old. Not the freshest batch, because they have their own location now. And I know they do also cans, but I think that's from like they have this, what's it called? In Sweden they have one of these like mobile canning units. I think that's what they use. I'm not entirely sure about that actually. Maybe they got a canning line. But this is their Baltic Porter. It started off at 8.5%, now 7.5%. And the fun thing about this beer is that this is one of Olle's and Olof's favorite styles. They love porter, both of them, and they love session beers, also lagers and IPAs. But I remember talking to them when I was visiting their brewery. They talked about porter. And also Olle talked about how it was like this mysterious style of beer for him that he really just, like a lot of people get some kind of first obsession when you get into craft beer. And one of his was porter, which is funny. For me, it was IPA and British beer styles. So I got really into that. But some of the first, like the two beers I can credit for me getting into beer or beer styles is like the British style ales, like golden ales and IPAs and whatnot, bitters, and Baltic Porter as well. Because some of the first beer I had that was different to lager was Tisla's Limfjords Porter. And if you've been following me for a long time, you know I adored that beer. That's one of my favorite, easy to get, well-brewed beers, and it's still a great Baltic Porter, and they're doing a lot of stuff with that beer now as well, like barrel aging it and things, which is kind of funny. But Olle apparently really liked this and decided to try and do his own, even though he had skepticism about doing it. So when we were in Gothenburg last for GBG Beer Week, they did an imperial version of it for their anniversary. So for their anniversary party we had that was a great kind of like imperialized Baltic Porter. But now we're reviewing their Baltic Porter. So 7.5% fermented with lager yeast. Cool. Like the way you're supposed to do the Baltic Porter style. So this will be fun. It's been a while since I actually had a Baltic Porter. The last one I had was Limfjords Porter. It's always the last Baltic Porter I will say I've had because it's local and it's great. But this Baltic Porter by OO pours a very nice color in the stout glass. It's like this black color, but it's not completely pitch black. On camera it does look pitch black, but you do get some reddish hues coming through the beer. It is unfiltered though, but it's been standing for a while. Yeah, there's a bit of trouble in the bottle, but it's actually cleared up very nicely. I can see through it when I look at it with the light here. Head on there when I poured it was very nice and frothy, and you can also generate some fairly easily of this kind of like beige tan looking head. But yeah, let's check out the aroma on OO Baltic Porter. Oh, that smells really nice. It's got some sweetness to it, which is like a slight sweet malt character, or maybe flaked ingredient. There's something that reminds me of some kind of flaked ingredient, like flaked barley or flaked oats or something. But I don't think, well, does it? They usually write if it's barley malt and whatnot on there. Malted barley. So maybe flaked barley, or maybe it's just my nose playing tricks on me. I don't know. But it smells quite nice. Roasty toasty. It really reminds me of Tisla's Limfjords Porter-esque, something along those lines. It's got the clean lager profile you expect from a Baltic Porter, and then some sweeter undertones. It's got a little bit of coffee, a little bit of chocolate, and yeah, it's got some refreshing, like almost like a touch of hops to it, which is weird. It's almost like a grassiness, but it's so clean, and it's because of like the lager yeast. It makes it so much more drinkable, even though it's a stronger style of porter. But it smells quite nice. Yeah, there's almost a hint of vanilla. It smells pretty good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys, and thanks a ton to Beer Jump for the beer. Man, that really reminds me of drinking Limfjords Porter just without the smoke and licorice. That is very nice. Or like before, well, I don't know, Carnegie Porter, that's just much lower. It's like much lower in alcohol, and it's like mass produced now. It's not, the new Carnegie stuff is not great, but I've had some vintage Carnegie. It's reminding me a bit of that, just fresher, which is nice. I think, what was it? It's a long time ago I reviewed, I think it was like a 90s bottle? I don't know. They closed, like they used to brew the Carnegie Porter in Sweden for a long time at the original facility until Carlsberg closed it and moved the production. I can't remember when that was, but oh yeah, this is very good. Perfect amount of roastiness in terms of balance. It's super well balanced. It has a touch of roasted, the kind of like spikes, peaks, and then the roastiness fades a bit, leaving flavors of toasty, bready notes, chocolate, and coffee. Super clean. Actually, I chilled it for a bit. I would have chilled it a bit longer because the chilledness of it actually kind of suits it with that clean lager yeast profile. And then other than that, you're getting a little bit of a nuttiness too. And then almost like this vanilla edge. This is actually also, even though it's 7.5%, it's like, it's bordering on being quite sessionable because it's got so much balance of flavor. It's really nice. It's a really nice, refreshing beer to have, you know, when you go through all the other styles I've been doing as of late. Like, I've been doing a lot of crazy stuff and lots of IPAs. It's nice to come back to something that's a bit more classical. Because this is so close, or pretty much exactly what you think of if you think a classic Baltic Porter. But if you can get the anniversary one, I think you should try that because that is really crazy. That's really good. But this is also really good. So, rating-wise, for the OO Brewing Baltic Porter, I'm thinking a straight 90. Pretty much exactly hits the mark for its style. Really nice flavors. Yeah, and the thing that could elevate it is doing it imperialized, but they already did that, so you better check out the anniversary edition they did. Well, that's very good. So, if you guys had a chance to try the OO Baltic Porter, let me know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton to Beer Gym for this one. You guys rule, and check them out for sure, guys. Link is down below. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'm going to say cheers. And hey, Sweden, Gothenburg, see you for All In Beer Fest, by the way. This is in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's going to be fun. So, cheers. See you guys in another beer review.